This is Sway.
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 In the morning.
In the morning.
In the morning.
No shade goes by.
Wake your fuck ass up. That crust out y'all.
I want to keep it local because a lot of times the best example is the one set by the one that's standing near you or someone that you can relate to, someone that's been through what you've been through and live where you live. And the person that I'm going to bring up now has such a tremendous story. He doesn't realize it, but I've been familiar with him for a long time, and I really admire what he's done with his life. You know, he grew up here in Michigan, Detroit, Michigan, to be exact. At one point in his life, he was homeless. Who's ever been homeless? Show of hands. Okay, I went about 6 months homeless. When you're homeless, you wake up in the morning, and you don't know how the morning is going to end. You don't know where you're going to eat. You don't know where you're going to sleep. You don't know what's next. This man was able to turn his life all the way around, started from the bottom for real, and got a message from a preacher that sent him to church. And in church, he started learning the word and started believing in himself as he believes in God and started to educate himself. Pushed himself through his education and got his master's degree at MSU, Michigan State University. And with that, he took what he learned on those streets and transformed it into something legitimate and into an extremely multi-million-dollar platform. He stayed progressive-minded and through social media and digital platforms, got his message across. You can see his videos all over YouTube. He became an author. He's written multiple books. His latest book he just handed me, Average Skill, Phenomenal Will. And he's from right here in Detroit, ladies and gentlemen. And he wanted to come share some words with you guys. So please show some Detroit love for the one and only Dr. Eric Thomas. Come on, man. I'm trying to bring it for you, E.
All right, so just real quick, I'm not going to be before you long, but, you know, people have been coming and asking me based on some of the events that's going on, like, yo, E, you know, how do you feel about it? You know, I just want you to do me a favor. When you talk to our children, I want you to let them know that we're not discouraged or devastated by what's going on because we've always come from, look, make sure you let them know that we've come from the struggle. All right? Look, when you go back, I need you to do this for me. I need you to allow them to understand that we thrive under the struggle. Like, we didn't come to this country, you know, on a yacht, right? That's not how we got here, right? Our ancestors were working from sunup to sundown. Like, we are very acquainted with struggle. We are very acquainted with being behind, and that's where we thrive. So do me a favor and let them know, like, this is where we thrive. This is our territory. This is where we rise. Like, this is where we show up. This is where we show out. Like, we weren't born with silver spoons in our mouth. We are acquainted with sorrow. We are acquainted with grief, but we rise. We rise. So you go back there and let those kids know. Now, look, I'm gonna keep it 100 because I need you to share this with them. My mother got pregnant with me at 17 years old. My grandma had 14 kids and like a 2-3 bedroom house on the south side of Chicago. Like, I was birthed from struggle. I didn't become a PhD because my father got a PhD and my grandfather got a PhD. I'm the first one in my family with a PhD. Like, this was birthed from struggle. I'm an author. I don't have like 5-6 people in my family, 3-4 people in my family that are authors. My mother was a teenager when she got pregnant with me. My grandma kicked her out. Listen to me very closely. We thrive in struggle. So tell our kids we always been behind, but we've never used that as an excuse. We never used that as an excuse. We took that energy, we took that setback, and we turned it into a comeback. So do me a huge favor, guys. This is our time right now. This is not time to quit. Look, we might be discouraged, but we're not defeated. This is not our time to give up. This is our time to come together as a community, come together as one, and come up with strategies, look, and bring about the change. The change ain't coming necessarily from the White House. I'm not waiting on, listen to me, I'm not waiting on the governor. I'm not waiting on the president. Guess what I'm doing? I started a GED program. I help kids get their GED. I send kids off to college. Listen to me. We doing free videos every Monday. We not waiting. If the president come, we welcome it. If the governor come, we welcome it. If the mayor continues to support, we welcome it. But if nobody comes to save us, we shall save ourselves. The solution is right here, and the solution is now. So I'm gonna get out of here, but look, first things first. Again, go back and tell them. Go back and tell them. This is our territory. Go back and tell them. I'm a high school dropout, y'all. It took me 12 years to get a 4-year degree. I got my master's, and then I got my PhD. Listen to me, when the teachers told me this is gonna be hard, I said, hard? Hard? I was homeless. I ate out of trash cans. I slept in abandoned buildings. Hard? Sweetheart, you don't know hard. I'm going to get in the program, and I'm going to finish the program. And I flunked English twice and still wrote 3 books. Why? Because we thrive in the disappointment. We thrive under problems. We thrive under stress. That's what we do. So I need y'all to do me a favor. When we go back, I need you to go back with an energy you've never had before. I need you to go back with a hope that you've never had before. Listen to me. I need, in the midst of everything we're going through, I don't need you to talk negative. I don't need you to speak negativity. I don't need you to speak death. I need you to speak life. And let me tell you something before I get out of here. Joseph had a dream. God gave Joseph a dream. And watch this. The first thing he did for Joseph when he gave him that dream, he stripped him of his coat. And he put him in a pit that was dark. Listen to me. This is where God starts a dream. God told this young man that he would be one of the most successful people in the world. And he starts by taking him away from his family. He strips him of his coat. He puts him in a pit and then makes him a slave. Why? Because anytime God creates, the earth has to be dark and without form. God does not create on light. He creates on darkness. And the Bible says that the earth was dark and void, and the Spirit of the living God moved. We are under dark times right now, but God's getting ready to move on our behalf. So stay encouraged. Stay encouraged. Keep your head up. Stick your chest out. Continue to walk with pride and know that not only shall we overcome, many of us have already overcome. And if it was easy, everybody would do it. It's not going to be easy, but we have what it takes. It's in our DNA. We have what it takes to get it done. So please, Detroit, please don't look at night as darkness. Look at night as a new beginning. And let's make the rest of our lives the best of our lives. I love you, Detroit. Let's make it happen. Good look, baby.
It's Sway in the morning, only
On Shade 45.